connections, and we'll be very grateful for any support.
Noswaith Croeso, good evening and welcome to the Bluebirds Nest Live. Match day 18 of the JD Cymru Premier this evening sees Haverfordwest County take on Penybont as the Bluebirds visit the SDM Glass Stadium for the second time this season after our previous visit, the Nathaniel MG Cup tie back in late summer. The Bluebirds were last in action 10 days ago, the 23rd of November, where we drew 0-0 that afternoon against Ballertown at the LHP Stadium in Carmarthen. That was our 10th clean sheet of the season so far, with Tony Pennock's men having conceded only 8 times in their 17 league matches to date. Let's hope for number 11 tonight. Penybont's last fixture was also on the 23rd, a week last Saturday, when they took a 2-goal lead into half-time away at TNS, but agonisingly suffered a 3-2 defeat. James Crowell that day had a brace, put Penybont in a strong position, but second-half goals, Josh Pask, Danny Davis and Danny Redmond late on in the game turned things around for the current league champions at their home of Park Hall up in Shropshire. The most recent league match between tonight's sides came on the 23rd of August. The spoils were shared after a goalless draw at the LHP Stadium in Carmarthen that evening. We are currently third in the table, knowing that a positive result this evening would take us a step closer to securing a top 6 finish. Penybont, meanwhile, they currently lead the way in the league by a single point, although the New Saints do have a game in hand in second place. I am aware that Tony Pennock himself has faced a good headache this week, as he talks about a good headache being that selection dilemmas. So the returns to fitness of Rhys Abrasesi in particular means that there are a few changes this evening. So let's go through the teams then. One change to the starting lineup tonight. Corey Shepherd making his return to the starting 11. So we'll start in goal, Zach Jones, Captain Dylan Rees, Lee Jenkins, Corey Shepherd, Ben Fawcett, Dan Hawkins, Alaric Jones, Kyle McCarthy, Jacob Owen, Luke Tabone and Ben Armoon. And on the bench, Ivan Knott, Rhys Abrasesi, Ricky Watts, Harry John, Kyle Kenneford, Owen Jones and Daniel John. This evening, Greg Walters, Yori Humphreys and Fletcher Picton miss out on the action tonight. For the hosts, though, they are at full tilt, lining up at full strength this evening, it seems. The league leaders see a return of Clayton Green and Lewis Harlan, having both themselves been out through suspension for the TNS game. So, Penybont, the hosts, start with Adam Prisyback in goal, Kane Owen, Gabriel Kirkhoff, Miles Davis, Lewis Harlan, Chris Venables, James Crowell, Joe Woody Wiss, Billy Borge, Nathan Wood and Clayton Green, and a very strong bench from the home side. Michael Lewis, veteran goalkeeper, the Cymru Premier on the bench. Kai Ludvigsen, Kostas Georgievetsky, Johan Phillips, Owen Pritchard, Eduardo Brigua and Keon Rafael on the bench for the home side. For the first time since Britain Ferry away, back on Matchday 13, the Nest Live tonight. Live across YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. So great welcome, warm welcome. Not so warm here in Penybont, but we're streaming live across all of those platforms tonight. Really pleasing to see that fantastic support is showing. There's already 141 of you across the platform. So please do comment, get involved during the game. Interactions are very much welcome on a very noisy SDM Glass Stadium. Hoping you can pick up my voice for Penybont's new entrance music as the teams make their way onto the pitch. It's going to be a very tough game this evening. As I said, we'll soon be underway. Firstly, a quick look at how the bookmakers have it. The home side are 3-4 on to take all 3 points tonight, whilst they have us as 16-5 underdogs. And to be honest, it's a tag that I quite like us having underdogs. It's been a rare occurrence this year, seeing us as such outsiders. I always think the boys enjoy the challenge of overcoming the odds. We've done it before. Let's hope we can do it again tonight. But it is going to be tough, though. Very rarely do we see ourselves coming away with 3 points from Bridgend. I think only once or maybe twice in the last dozen years that I've been involved with Haverfordwest County that I can remember. Been mentioned certainly many times on our live broadcasts and when we've had players on the Nest podcast this year, a superb team spirit and togetherness in the camp, and they're certainly going to need that tonight. The Bluebirds in black tonight, they're out on the pitch, the mascots just making their way off field. They're sporting the custom designed away kit crafted by Tor Sports, proudly sponsored by Gethley Moore. So they're all in black this evening with the gold trim, whilst the home side in their traditional blue kit. Many Bluebirds supporters have made the journey tonight. Many of their flags already up inside the SDM Glass Stadium here. Excellent support as always. I'm aware that they sold out on their bus this evening to come up to South Wales. Over at the far side, I think the majority of them, I'm from where I am in the main stand here in Bridgend, directly opposite the Vocal Bont Bank, as it's known in Penibont's ground. Normally a good bit of camaraderie between the two sides, the two sets of supporters. Hopefully more of the same to come tonight. Dan Hawkins is going to be the man to get us underway tonight. So before we do that, let's try and get some live stats up on screen shortly. Let's see if I can bring this up once we get underway. Fantastic. It's worked first time this evening. Evening to Elvin and Rob on the YouTube channel. Warm welcome to you. Always talk about the weather with you guys, and like I said, bitterly cold evening in Bridgend, and we are underway. There was a Dan Hawkins to Dylan Rees, Alaric Jones, and out the other side already to Lee Jenkins. Bluebirds getting it down to play on this artificial pitch this evening already. Long ball forward, tries to find Ben Amoon, but cut out by Billy Borgia, the local Bridgend lad. Finds himself at centre half at every fixture this season so far. Alaric Jones, the middle of a back three tonight. To the left-hand side of a back three even. Kyle McCarthy as the left wing back. Jacob Owen on the right. We've got Luke Tabone central and Jenkins just to his right. Then a midfield three. Dylan Rees and Shepherd occupy the sort of holding central positions with Dan Hawkins operating as a number 10. And then the two Bens, Ben Fawcett and Ben Amoon, leading the line for us. Good crowd here in Penybont. Everyone wrapped up, a lot of scarves and hats on show. Scorio commentators and the media team up on the gantry directly opposite me above the dugout, so I'll have a good view of everything going on over the far side, keeping you up to date with substitutions and interactions between all tonight. Great hold of play by Ben Fawcett, offers a chance to Bluebirds to come out, but Penybont have won it back. Alaric Jones getting tested a couple of times here. The ball up in the air, but comfortable into the hands of Zach Jones for his first touch with his hands this evening. Good evening to Dexter Thomas joining us on the YouTube channel. Where are you joining us from, Dexter? Oh, good question, Elvin. Score prediction. It's going to be tough. I'll take a point all day away at Penybont, considering the start of the season. They've had almost 20 games in now, almost at the split, and they're still leading the line as they have been from the very start. Really good, strong lineup from them this evening as well, as they do get a chance to come forward. Luke Tabone does really well. Jockey's crawl, great turn by Jacob Owen, just runs off his touch. Excellent show and go by Jacob Owen. Almost gets us up the pitch. It's going to be a throw into Penybont, right in front of the Haverfordwest dugout on the far side. Good evening, Tanya on Facebook. Rob's gone for a 1-0 Blues. I'm hoping you mean the Bluebirds, not the team playing in blue. Rob? Dexter Thomas joining us from Haverfordwest. Alaric Jones confidently heads back to Zach Jones. So a chance for Zach to roll out back to Alaric. The number 15 opens his body onto his left foot, plays a great through ball, almost finds Fawcett, but Borg puts his head on it, as I'm sure he will all evening, but it can only find McCarthy. Square to Dylan Rees. It's pinched by Nathan Wood. Chance to play forward to Kroll. On the edge of the box, great tackle. Tabone pinches it from just as I think as he was teeing up a shot there. Tabone goes big, clears. Kirkhoff wins the header. Kirkhoff, the midfielder, who's been featuring at the back for Penybont recently since the injury to Dan Jeffries. I believe he's out for the season. Dylan Rees's pocket is pinched. Comes all the way back for Zach to come out of his box and clear. Does really well there. It's Harlan who this time misplaces a pass. Dylan collects to Shepherd. Switches of play to McCarthy. Cuts inside. Great play, McCarthy to Hawkins. Back to Alaric Jones. Bluebirds just building up their confidence. and so far dictating it a little bit. Alaric plays a 1-2 with Hawkins. Intercepted. Ricochets into the crowd. First throw in on the near side here. Yeah, Elvin Agrimi, score draw of 1-1, perhaps his prediction. Dexter, Alaric is my cousin. Brilliant. I'll keep you up to date with how Alaric's getting on, Dexter. Couple of fixtures across the Cymru Premier this evening. We're not alone in the Connors Key host Caernarfon this evening. Really good to keep an eye on that one. Both teams vying for a place in the top 6 themselves. And just down the road, Friday night's opponents for us, Britain Ferry Llanssawel, they host Newtown, who've travelled down on a Tuesday night from Mid Wales. So we'll be keeping you up to date with all of that. Throw in from Alaric Jones to Amoon. Oh, Dan Hawkins almost finds Jacob Owen, but Captain Kane Owen comes away with it. Dylan Rees pinches it. Great 1-2 with Shepherd. Dylan Rees, chance to shoot. Into the hands of Prizzy Beck. We will also be keeping an eye on matters out in Ireland this evening. Cymru ladies face Ireland in the second leg of their playoff to make their first national or international tournament, I believe. Still 0-0 over there. 20 minutes played in Dublin. Alaric Jones does well. Oh, referee's given a foul against Alaric for a tackle on Venables. Debatable. So Kane Owen, talismanic left back for the home side, the number 3. Multiple appearances for Wales C over the years with the armband on. Wonderful left foot just inside the half. Can't quite see it on the graphic, but Kane goes down the side. McCarthy's going to compete. Miles Davis, like a salmon up in the air, gets on the end of it, but Bluebird's clear. Back to Owen again. Chance to deliver, goes to the back post. Venables and Jenkins. Good tussle between them. Jenkins, the winner of the first tussle. Goes back. Nathan Wood, ex-Newport County, crosses on his left foot, straight into the hands of Zach Jones. Haverfordwest back in possession then. Good question on YouTube's come in already from Rob Lewis. 7 draws so far. How do we turn these into wins? Agree, draws perhaps a little frustrating. However, in years gone by, I think those draws would have been losses. So to me, it's showing progress. League table evident of that, with us here all the way up in 3rd. This stage in the season, already a record-breaking season for Haverfordwest County, certainly in the league format that we find ourselves in these days. A 12-team league with tonight and 4 more games in the league to go. We've never achieved so many points already. So record-breaking season. If we can stay in the top 6, be a fantastic achievement. Certainly what I was hoping for this season. Anything more, even better. Ben Fawcett is pulled to the ground by Clayton Green there. Fawcett shakes his head in disbelief that no free kick was given. Perhaps a little bit too easy from the ref, but Kirchhoff the next to let things slip. He's put his pass straight into touch over on the far side. Throw in Jacob Owen, ball in his hand. Again, it's a real chill in the evening. It's getting colder and colder. You can see the hot air coming out the players' mouths. A lot of steam surrounding them, like a silhouette, yeah. And I predict there's a bit of fog coming across later on as well. But Jacob Owen into the box. Owen gets the first touch, falls, left-footed. Oh, unlucky. It was Corey Shepherd on his left foot there. Almost on an unorthodox volleying position. Just wide of the goal. Chance for Prizzy Beck, who, as I've seen him many times in the past, can kick a ball an absolute mile. So you can see all the Penybont players come to the right-hand side of the pitch, and he does indeed kick it a mile, well in across the half. Tabone does well to win it. Finds Fawcett. Great first touch. Second one gets pinched. Nathan Wood breaks, but Shepherd is in tracking him back. Jenkins comes across to stop him coming forward even further. Goes back to left-back Kane Owen. Again, as I said, talismanic left-back. You don't often say that, but he really does lead his team well from position. We need to keep him quiet tonight. Yeah, Elvin's commented about that draw conversation that we had. It's Bala synonymous with having draws. I think last season they were the most, the team with the most draws across the entire campaign. But regular team up in the top 6, so a draw is not a bad result these days in the Cymru Premier. Ref does now point in the direction of a free kick to Haverfordwest. Fawcett very similarly brought the ground. I think it was Borge that time who got caught flat-footed and had to bring Fawcett down inside our own half. A free kick. Zach coming across to take it near the touchline. Good 35, 40 yards away from goal here. Zach all in green tonight. Ball down, ready to get us back underway then. Long clearance. Penybont playing an extremely high line here. Bluebirds looking to get in behind it, and they got half a chance. Jenkins competes with Borge. It was always going to be tough for Jenkins at that angle, but almost got on the end of it for a flick. But Penybont break. Tabone again, Marshalls, Kroll and Wood well over on the far side. Venables looking to switch. Goes back to Kane Owen. Left back goes down the line. Kroll, the 10, controls well with his first touch. Cuts back inside. Plays it off Tabone's shin. He's beaten 2. Chance. He plays it sideways for Venables, who almost puts it round the corner. It comes out to Miles Davis on the right-hand side. Penybont. Miles crosses. Zach collects excellently in the air. Zach Jones coming confidently. Plucks the ball out of the air. Great start. Don't want to commentate this curse here, but he's caught 3 balls extremely well already. Takes his time. Zach then, right-footed, punts upfield. Equidistant to what Prizzibeck did, to be fair. So we can have a good goalkeeper battle tonight, I'm sure. Penybont deemed offside. Venables coming back from an offside position. So again, Zach's looking to move his players on. The ball is going to be about 5 to 10 yards away from the halfway line, very centrally. But Zach's the man who's coming forward to get it. Again, Penybont hold a very high line, 10 yards away from their own box. Benamoon's gambling, going 10 yards offside, but he's coming back onside now. Very much, 10 foot away from the halfway line. Zach, horizontal, driven ball forward. Just a little bit too much for Jenkins to get on the end on, so it's out for a goal kick. Almost at the 12-minute mark. Good contest so far. Bluebirds probably edging this on points. However, no real clear-cut chances at goal. Always an edgy encounter when we come here, to be fair. Tabone. It does well. Shepherd is facing his own goal. Goes back to Zach Jones. Right across the 6-yard line. Touch from Zach. Clears his lines. Again, great ball. Finds 4 just over Fawcett's head. Unlucky Ben. Borge, first time, no messing, just clears. Jacob Owen and Kane Owen. That's a great battle that tonight. Over on the far side, the 2 fullbacks going head to head there. Jacob comes on top. Corey Shepherd's boot, I'm hoping, is off. I think hence why his pass was a little bit astray for Zach there. I think his boot was off, so Zach had to deal with that well. Looks like he's putting his boot back on and nothing more. Tony Pennock has sent a couple of his substitutes just for a warm, just in case. Obviously, with Sheps rested for the last game. Back in from the start tonight. Yeah, he's just tying his shoulders. He looks to be fine. Well over 200 tuning in tonight. So, again, thank you for joining us. Warm welcome to you all. Hope you're all nice and toasty in your own homes. Please let us know where you are listening in from. It'd be great to have a good picture of how wide our reach is this evening. But here in Bridgend, bitterly cold conditions as we're 13 and a half minutes into play. Alaric just loops it over Miles Davis, who struggles to control that one. Chance for Ben Fawcett to attack on the edge of the box. He's got McCarthy going. Oh, just misses McCarthy. So Miles Davis gets the ball back. Plays forward. Dylan Rees does well. Nathan Wood, as I said, Football League experience with Newport County. in recent years. He's back with Bridgend, scorer of many great goals, to be fair. Dylan doing well. Great turn. Ben Amoun gets in behind Kirkhoff. Can't get his head up. Great ball into the mix. Oh, Prizzybeck catches well himself with Fawcett waiting to pounce. Wales ladies, the Cymru team over in Dublin, still 0-0 after 30 minutes there. A couple of chances going Ireland's way though. We have got that on by the sides of us this evening, watching in the corner of our eye here in Bridgend. Missed header by Harlan. Oh, ricochets off Alaric, calls for handball, but overhit by Harlan, well into Zach Jones's territory. Plays it on the floor out to Jenkins. Chance to open up, get a bit of a run. Venables is chasing well. Seems to foul Jenkins. Jenkins plays it forward to Amoun. Back to Jenkins. Again, seems to be tripped there. Great through ball. Jenkins, Dan Hawkins on the half turn. Goes back to Jacob Owen. Again, it seems to be a wall of Penybont players stopping, throwing Haverfordwest. Or is it a free kick? I think the linesman has indicated a throw in, but just 3 or 4 blue shirts just stopping any progress down that right-hand side. Yeah, free kick it's going to be. Ball is on the floor. Jacob Owen is leaving it to Kyle McCarthy, who's coming across the field there. So it's going to be a left-footed in-swinger into an area where it's a battle of the giants, I must say. Both teams offering great aerial threat this evening. Borge, Venables, Kirkhoff, all great in the air for the home side. Just as much as we've got Jenkins, Tabone, Amoun in particular. Deep delivered. Tabone gets ahead to it. Oh, agonisingly wide of the far post. Great header by the Maltese international, Luke Tabone. Just goes, must have been close. Wide of the far post to my left-hand side here. 16 minutes gone. Probably the biggest chance of the game for either side so far. Prizzybeck again. He sliced it a little bit. It's going to go straight out for a throw-in. Just inside our own half. Alaric Jones again coming across to take control of this one. Plays it down the line. Clayton Green on the end of it. Only finds Alaric's left foot, who hooks one forward. Good call by Billy Borge to take control of it. But Hawkins out to Jacob Owen. Puts it past Kane Owen. He's got the legs on him there. But Clayton Green does well to come across. Oh, experience there. Just a little bit of a body check on Jacob and manages to win himself a throw in. Clayton Green there. Experienced campaigner across the Cymru Premier. Clayton Green was with Pontypridd last year. Captain down in Pontypridd. Or Forest, I should say, perhaps. Ball thrown by Kane Owen down the line. Fawcett, almost gets a through ball. A free kick goes the way of the Bluebirds. Venables penalised against Jacob Owen. I think I could clearly hear Tony Pennock appealing that one. Venables has got a knack of controversy following him around, the veteran striker. Was the man who got the only goal, I believe, the last time we were here in the league. The last game of Phase 2, which took Penybont into the playoffs, gave them an extra 5 or 6 weeks. 5 or 6 weeks worth of games in late spring. So it's McCarthy again in a very similar position. Free kick. Looks for the far post, a little bit shallower. Tabone gets up. Venables and Lee Jenkins. Fascinating battle with those two. Both looking to get dominance in the air. Ball goes back from Dan Hawkins to Shepherd. Finds McCarthy again. Good step over from... it almost falls into Jacob Owen's path. Throw in Penybont right next to the corner flag over on the far side then. Oh, good chance. Jess Fishlock almost opens the scoring. I think, no, it wasn't Fishlock. Can't quite see who it is. The number 4 almost opens the scoring for Wales over in Ireland. And I think Fishlock was the one with the free kick. Anyway, 33, almost 34 minutes gone over there. Almost 19 minutes gone here. Both goals both games goalless. Let's hope it's a couple for Wales and a couple for us. Again, Penybont just working their way down the touchline on the far side. Been decent attendances from the home side over the course of the season. Seems that their marketing efforts working again this evening. Good numbers here. But again, as I said earlier, good numbers who've travelled up the M4 all the way east to Bridgend this evening. Now the minibus and multiple cars have come up here. Let's hope we can send them home with something to smile about. Dan Hawkins breaks through. Oh, it's taken. Now then, big decision. The card is out early. I think it's going to be yellow. Big call there. Dan Hawkins, great feet. Borge had slipped. It was 2-on-1. Dan Hawkins skipped past. I think it's Kirkhoff. Could possibly have been deemed last man. I think there was numbers coming back, but Dan Hawkins would have been in. He's 30-odd yards away. But that's a big call. Official quick to take out the yellow card. Be interesting to hear other people's feedback if that is shown on the Scorio feed later on. So it's McCarthy and Shepherd and Jacob Owen who were near the ball. Again, as I said, 35-ish yards away. In line with the right-hand post, I would say. Certainly the other side of the pitch to where I am. Conversations around me in the stand, all discussing whether it was close to a red card. I certainly think it was a decision, perhaps one of those orange cards. Kirkhoff, a little bit lucky, but got the best part of 70 minutes to go on a yellow. Sure, that's something that the experienced front line of the Bluebirds will be looking to counter and capitalise on. He won't fancy making any more tackles. Chance again then. Jacob Owen is the dummy runner, I think. McCarthy, both hands up. Jacob Owen is the dummy runner. McCarthy delivers, great area. Jenkins gets on it. Foul given. Good contact on the ball. It was going back across goal, I think, from Jenkins. Yeah, referee seems to think that Ben Amoun, his battle with Billy Borge, was deemed illegal. And a free kick. So Prizzybeck, don't know where he's taking that ball. Linesman seems happy. It's on the outside of the box. Well, they were all on the edge of the box for a start, running in. Anyway, back underway. Luke Tabone, third or fourth time already, wins his header. Great head injury called. Tabone is down holding his face. Dylan Rees was quick to alert the referee there because the Bluebirds were in advancing stages of attack there. Tabone has caught someone's head after the ball, I think. I looked away. I didn't see the contact. He's making his way back to his feet already, shaking his head and rubbing his forehead. Lovely evening, lovely cold evening to have bumped heads there. Referee David Morgan, I think, is going to do a drop ball. Surely the Bluebirds in possession. Yeah, dropping it to Dylan Rees, who plays it cross field to Jacob Owen on the edge of the box, cuts in. Oh, I should have pulled the trigger, I think, there, Jacob. That was half a chance. Dylan Rees with a drop ball, just half volleys it on the outside of his right foot, curling in behind the Penybont defence, and Jacob Owen was alert and was in behind, cut inside just before he could pull a left-footed shot away. Was tackled. Again, as I said, it's been a very positive start here, as the stats are showing almost 60% possession from us against a very, very strong Penybont team tonight that the bookmakers had 3-4 on, with ourselves at 16-5. The throw-in is headed straight back out for another throw. Jacob, ball up the jumper to give it a bit of a wipe. I'd imagine, looking at the pitch, is a little bit of a dewy moisture about the pitch this evening. Certainly will be later on. Fawcett wins the header, flicks, but it's gone straight out for a goal kick here. Again, chance for Prizzybeck to get his team upfield. Moves the ball to the right-hand side. They seem to be favouring this side. I think Miles Davis's heading ability, the right wing back for the home side. from the west, actually, Mile. Maybe looking here again, they're aiming right on Mile Davis and Venables' head. But great battles. Alaric Jones does really well against Venables. It's going to be a Bluebirds throw. Venables again not happy. He's got the ball in his hand. Throws it away, purposely to miss Alaric to go a little bit further back. But Alaric, experienced himself, will enjoy that tussle tonight. Alaric down the line then. Won by Clayton Green, straight out for a throw-in, 30 yards further up the pitch. Looking around the SDM Glass Stadium here, I clocked Steve Jenkins, the Barrytown United manager, in attendance this evening. He'll perhaps be doing his due diligence on certainly us. We play them at the last fixture of the Phase 1, just before the split, on January the 11th, away. After drawing with the Linnets earlier this season. Big appeals from the whole side for a handball, but I think the referee was unsighted, to be fair. Dylan Rees plays the ball forward. It's caught late. Oh, I thought that was Kirkhoff for a second. It's number 8, Lewis Harlan, who's been a bit crafty there, bringing Dylan Rees down, stopping a counter-attack anyway. But yeah, Steve Jenkins, I wonder when Barrytown United will be playing Penybont next. But you'll certainly have an eye on January the 11th, as I said, which this week was announced. It'll be lunchtime kickoffs across the league that day. So please do join us in Barry, or indeed for the Bluebirds Nest Live, which I'm sure will be being broadcast that day as well. Alaric Jones then for the Bluebirds. Having a lot of time with ball in his hand so far this half. Goes inward to force it. Great first touch. And another one. Finds Shepherd, who spins Venables, gets away from him, looking to get fouled. Is surely fouled. Oh, ref. Absolutely smashed off the ball. Clayton Green and Shepherd, obviously former teammates down at Pontypridd. Amon gets a chance. Oh, half a chance, but it's cleared by Mile Davis and Kirkhoff there for the home side. Half a chance again. Amon, you felt there was an accident waiting to happen from the home side there. Was there waiting to pounce on any mishaps? Absolutely no goals to report in the 4 games I've mentioned already this evening. Connorskey at home to Carnarvon, Britain Ferry home to Newtown, and the Republic of Ireland facing the Cymru ladies national team. Hopefully we can be the game that breaks the deadlock. Jacob Owen has come over to this side of the pitch, exactly where you can see on screen the throw-in is from. Jacob Owen steps up forward. Good throw, flat, finds the head of Jenkins. Oh, again, referee, no, Luke Tabone this time was penalised for a free kick. I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, with the tussles that are going on during these duels. Jenkins got the flick, but the ref at that same moment deemed the game to be at a pause for a free kick. Welcome, Adam, to you as well. Tabone is going to go into the book here. He's jumped for a header, and the referee has said he's used his elbow. Home fan complaining, wanting a red, but didn't even think it was, to be honest. He won the header cleanly. Venables, again, as I said, using his experience. It's nothing short of what Chris Venables I've seen do himself many, many times, that header. And I'm not saying that it is a red card, just that's how the aerial battles could be fought with. David Morgan, the man in the middle tonight, Adam. And yeah, I was going to come back to your comment there, your Saki comment. I am indeed in a boot. I've fractured my ankle, so the peg leg comment probably justified. But yeah, 0-0 with a Penybont free kick, about 15 to 20 yards inside the half. Kane Owen, I've seen this one before, goes square to Kirkhoff in the central area of the pitch. Goes outside to Wood, over on the far left-hand side. Jenkins does well to put it out for a throw. A little bit of jeering, I should say, from the Penybont crowd. First time I've heard them this evening. Alric Jones, it's ricocheting around the edge of the box area. Oh, ball bounces up and hits McCarthy on the hand. So it's going to be a free kick here. Certainly in Kano in territory, this. Waiting for it to appear, hopefully. It's not showing on the graph exactly where it is, but it's certainly suiting a left foot there, and certainly not something that we would have wanted to gift Kano in. But the ball ricocheted up into the air, hit McCarthy accidentally on the hand. The referee quickly blows. There are 30 or 40 school children behind the goal trying their best to put off Zach Jones, who's lining up his wall at the minute. It's a 4-man wall. Jacob Owen, Tabone, Amoun and Shepherd in the wall. Kano in surely is the one who's going to be striking this at goal. A direct free kick. He's taking a couple of steps back. Chance then. Kano in, eyeing up the goal. Steps over the ball. Venable strikes straight into Jacob Owen's chest. Great defending. Ball is cleared up into the air. And Jenkins almost clears. It's ricocheting again. It's a bit of a scramble. This time Tabone does clear up to the halfway line. Chance wasted, you see, by Penybont. I'm amazed Kano in as a left foot that didn't hit that. But Venables went to curl it around the wall to the right-hand post. But Jacob Owen stood strong. Excellent defending by the young Bluebird. Penybont coming straight back at us. Good interlink play. Harlan finds Venables, plays the 1-2, but pinched by McCarthy this time. It's liveling up here a little bit in Bridgend. Dylan Rees, almost finds Amoun on the run forward. Jenkins, surely fouled in the air, not given. Harlan plays forward to Kroll. Good defending again, Jacob Owen. Clears, force it. Is elbowed. Ref. Put in a headlock by Clayton Green there and thrown to the floor, but Blues come away with it. And again, Clayton Green, strong tackle. Goes all the way through to Zach, who picks up and collects. Simmering here in Bridgend. 0-0 it is indeed at the moment. Over half an hour played. The last 5 minutes have certainly been the livelier moments of the game. I think as the home side began to have a few attacks, the home side's supporters woke up. Been quiet so far. Hawkins to McCarthy, 40 yards out. Puts it over, almost over Kirkhoff. He flicks it wide to his left back and Kano in clear. Jenkins and Venables. Again, Jenkins wins the battle. Further up the pitch. Panic not happy with other players. Penybont played quick. Tabone, it's given as a false throw, I think. Yeah, leg up, deemed by the assistant referee on the far side. Home captain not happy. So, throw-in goes against the home side. Right in front of the Rhys Griffiths' dugout over on the far side there. Jacob Owen then collects the ball off Shepherd, ready to take this throw in. .32 and a half gone. It's half time over in Ireland too. Over 300 now tuning in. I'm desperate to tell you about an away goal. Can it come in here? Shepherd out to McCarthy. Again, it just gets away from McCarthy's toes. Miles Davis's interception goes straight out for a throw-in. Half a chance there as Pennock offers some encouragement to his team there. Just a couple of times that's happened. Little matter of inches away from being a great pass to McCarthy. And again, you'd fancy him on his left-hand side there, left foot there, to at least test the keeper. Throw-in, competed well. Shepherd out to Jenkins on the right-hand side. Travels forward, opening up for him. Left-footed, chips in. Well cleared. Kirkhoff. Shepherd and Kano in this time battling. It just goes out for a blue throw-in. The blue of Penybont. A great feat by Nathan Wood, but dealt with well. Tabone puts one in great area. just waiting for that mistake to happen from the home side. And I think that's what it's going to take at the moment, is a mistake from either team to open the deadlock. Yeah, you've got lots to choose from tonight, Bulk. It's great to see you joining us again for a Nest Live, but certainly will be a few, I'm sure, listening to my dulcet tones whilst watching Cymru versus Ireland over in Dublin. And I didn't believe, but Wrexham played Barnsley this evening. An update on that score would be great, please, somebody. Nearly 35 minutes gone here. Again, it's been a really, really good first half. Entertaining, good contest, but no goals. Kane Owen on his right foot, pumps it into the sky. Venables brings it down well, to be fair. He still got it. Alaric looking for a bit of space over at the back. Oh, heavy touch by the Penybont fullback. Clears straight back to Venables. Jumps, and his header goes out for a throw-in. 0-0 with Wrexham. Thank you very much for the update. They're on the Cymru football app, which is a shame, but there has been a goal. The opening goal of this evening has gone to Connors Key. They lead Carnarvon 1-0. I believe it's a Rhys Hughes penalty. Youngster who came in from Tranmere over the summer for the Nomads. He impressed me when we've played on both occasions. Penybont coming forward here, but yeah, Rhys Hughes with the opening goal of the evening. Great tackle, Dylan Rees on Harlan. Puts it out for a throw-in. Almost 40 minutes gone here. 34 played with Wrexham. And it's half-time with Ireland. But yet, the only goal is up in Flintshire at the Essity Stadium, Flint Town United's home ground, where Connors Key play their home games these days, last year and this year. There's rumours that they're going back to another ground next year, but still at the D-side, the Essity for the time being. Miles Davis, chance to cross. Good defending, Kyle McCarthy. Jenkins, like a salmon, beats Venables in the air. Clears. Only to Clayton Green, still on the attack here, Penybont. Inside to Harlan. He'd be looking to get on his right foot. Still, they're playing around 3-4 blue shirts, linking up well for the home side over there. Kirkhoff into Kane Owen, onto his left foot, cuts down the side. Oh, side netting, went for the shot. Zach Jones had it covered into the side netting. Little millisecond of worry as the net rippled there, but every faith in our Kiwi keeper. Goal kick then. Zach instructing his players to come again to this near side here. So the Bluebirds are going down their left-hand side. Jacob Owen, perhaps the decoy here, I wonder, as the right wing back. Will he stay wide? He's making his way over, but Wiley, yeah, it is the case. Jacob Owen on his toes, just drift into the right-hand side. Yeah, Kane Owen, the left back for Penybont, not letting that happen. So Zach goes big, straight down the middle of the left-hand side, heads home to Bone. Penybont headed straight back down our throats, and Bone has to head home back to Zach, who's now got a chance to punt us upfield. Again, Tony Pennock sends his troops for a warm-up over on the far side there. Substitutes, probably happy to go for a bit of a run. Yeah, Amun, that one he is penalised for. I could see him having the shirt of Billy Borge there. They're marshalling our big number 28, well, the home side. Kane Owen then again over the set piece in his own half. Certainly no threat to goal here, you would have thought. Again, Bluebirds themselves opting for a high line off the back of this one. It's aimed at Venables. Alaric Jones is nudged surely, but Dylan Rees helps his teammate out and brings it away. Clayton Green puts it up for a throw in. Bluebirds fans sat near me, frustrated that Amun's shirt was nearly coming off him there. So, yet again, a throw in for Alaric Jones on this near side. Good throw forward. Miles Davis gets on the head of it, but goes backwards. Kirkhoff just punts it clear. Kroll and Tabone compete, but whoa, Tabone goes up and over his shoulders. Nothing instructed by the officials. Alaric clears, deflected off Harlan for a throw. The ball hits Alaric on the shoulder. And bounces off him. I think he knew what he was doing there. Just looking to get a bit of control over this game again. Experience. A little bit of gamesmanship from Alaric. Love to see it. Moon wins the throw-in, punts it long. It's going to go straight through all the way to the keeper. Penybont in control of it again then. Rolls out the board. Struggling to get it onto his left foot. Plays it right-footed across his penalty box. Over to Gabe Kirkhoff. Clears forward, straight at Jenkins' head. Header straight down to Venables though. Harlan, 40 yards out from goal. Plays sideways. On around this near side. Woody West, the right back, has to go back to Borge at centre half. Plays it to Kirkhoff as a centre midfielder of old. Knows how to move with the ball. So the centre half come forward. He's lost it though. Dan Hawkins is making a great run, but Amoun finds Fawcett. Back to Jacob Owen. Good decisions there. Jacob across the ball to Dan Hawkins. Just comes away with him. Great through ball for Penybont, but Zach's going to pick this one up. Can we have an exciting final flurry of chances to end the half? Hopefully all going to my left as Alaric plays forward. Again, a driven ball, just getting pinched by Billy Borge at centre half. Finds Venables. He's always their target as they play forward. Tabone's coming across as well done. Tabone cuts out Nathan Wood's opportunity. Miles Davis seemed to trip up there. I think a collision with McCarthy with the ball out of play. Referee, the best view of it all. Come on, the Bluebirds indeed. John and Davis joining us on Facebook. Up to 343 listeners across Twitter, Facebook and YouTube this evening. Welcome to you all. 4 minutes of normal time to go here. Still 0-0. It's been a fascinating encounter so far. A bit of a chess match. Both managers patrolling their technical areas on the far side. Everybody else trying to keep warm, I think. And a bitly cold here in Bridgend. Still goalless down at Old Road in Britton Ferry, Llansawel. They're hosting Newtown tonight. But it's 1-0 up with Connors Key Nomads against Carnarvon. Force it onto half a chance. Prizzybeck comes out of his box to clear. Alaric does well with that one. Played calmly from Shepherd to Jenkins. Venables putting a shift in, to be fair. Plays out. Force it again. Good interlinking play. Jenkins opening the tank up, coming down the right-hand side. Dan Hawkins, he's just gone off for a throw-in. Wonder whether that was deflected. Slight miscontrol from Hawkins. Out for a throw. It's quite a narrow pitch here in Bridgend. I wonder, I find myself commentating, and there's so many throw-ins on these games. Moon, half a chance. Oh, he's offside. He puts it in the back of the net, but he's blown for a foul by the linesman. Oh, big call by the officials. It's a fantastic finish from Ben Amoun. Left-footed into the top right corner, but the linesman had blown for a foul. Oh, big call. I am sure, going off the first half's highlights, that will make the highlights, but it's been disallowed. So notifications popping up everywhere that there's been a goal, but cancelled out. Linesman, I can't wait to see that again. Big call. Excellent finish by Ben Amoun. Even though it's been disallowed, I think that's going to do his confidence a world of good. He took on Borge and absolutely leveled it into the top right corner. Beat the keeper. It's going to be a throw-in over on the far side then. Jacob Owen going to get it. I cannot wait to see that chance back. Somebody sees it pop up on the Scorio social media feeds. Please let me know. I'll be looking to see that one again. Just 90 seconds of normal time to go then. It won't be that much stoppage time. Fawcett is in behind you. Is he going to be able to keep that out? Oh, unlucky. Goal kick. It was always going to be a tough task, that. Hasn't been many stoppages, as I said. A couple of stoppages for people to put their boots back and rub their heads up for a clash of heads, and that's about it, really. So I'd imagine the fourth official over the far side just beginning to show signs of getting the board ready in 60 seconds. I don't imagine there being much more than 1, maybe 2 minutes of injury time. Prizzy back with a goal kick then. Gets us back underway. Excellent by Tabone again. He was up against 2 Penybont players there and what comes away with a clear header. But Penybont have played it forward off the header. Kane Owen in an advanced position. Dylan Rees and Tabone again link up to clear. Tabone holds it up. Battles well against Woody Wist. Woody Wist, the right back, does well there. He'll be fair. He stood his ground. Kane Owen. Well done again, Amon. Great flick. Shepherd. Dylan Rees gets his header, puts it in behind. Fawcett. Oh, Kirkhoff is brave. He's going to let that one go, is he? Fawcett's kept it in, but he can't quite get hold of it. But he clears only to Hawkins. Back to Fawcett. Is 1 minute going to be played? We've still got 60 seconds to go. But Nathan Wood this time doing his defensive duties. Pinches the pocket and gets it back. Alaric Jones does well to beat Venables. Puts it high into the sky on Kirkhoff's head. Can't quite clear. So Woody Wist brings it down and punts clear. Excellent by Dylan Rees. But it's Nathan Wood who puts it. It's a Bluebirds throw, surely. Yeah, it is indeed blue throw. We're into the final minute of the first half. McCarthy puts it down and allowing Alaric to come forward. Surely last chance saloon of the first half here. Yeah, Adam made a comment a short time ago saying it was indeed 0-0 when we played them at home. Felt that they really pressurised us off set pieces, which we've been doing well to keep down to a minimum this evening. But in open play, I felt we edged it that night. But it was indeed 0-0. And so far, that's the scoreline. It remains here as the referee brings us to a close. So 0-0 at the break. We will have a short break from the audio commentary, but we'll indeed be playing some of the content that's gone out across the social media of Haverfordwest County during the break. So we will return to audio commentary in just under 15 minutes. Thank you. Over and out for now.
With November being Diabetes Awareness Month, we thought as a club, what better way to raise awareness than get 2 of our current players in to talk about their experiences. Coming up, we got interviews with Izzy from our Under 13 Skills Development Centre and Bethany from our Under 14 Skills Development Centre team to come on just to do a quick chat and to tell us what they go through on a day-to-day basis.
I have type 1 diabetes and it's where my body doesn't produce insulin. So every time I have to eat, then I have to give myself the insulin.
I have type 1 diabetes, which is where my pancreas that should produce insulin has stopped working and I have to manually do insulin myself.
I've got a Dexcom that I can either put on my arm or stomach, and I've also got an Omnipod which also helps with my insulin.
So I have a Dexcom G6 which monitors my blood sugars, and then that communicates with my pump which pumps insulin into me, and I have to use a device to tell the pump what I'm eating, and it will, depending on my blood sugars, it will measure the amount of insulin I need for the food.
Yeah, it was a difficult journey because I didn't know anything about diabetes and I didn't know anyone who has it. So I just found that hard because I felt like I didn't have anyone to talk to about it.
It was quite difficult to adjust because I'd never had to do anything like this before, but at the same time it was easier because I've had family members with diabetes type 1, so they helped a lot.
No, it doesn't, because I can still do whatever I want. I just need to make sure my blood sugar levels are riding higher before I start.
It can affect playing sport because if my blood sugars are low, it can make me weak and shaky and I'll have to stop playing. But It does not stop me from playing football.
Just to make sure that I'm okay, so if they think that something's off about me or I'm acting funny or my words are all getting mixed up, then that can also be a sign of that my sugar levels are low or high, so it would be quite nice if they were there to make sure I was okay.
My teammates and my coaches have definitely helped me a lot, and I don't think there's any more support they have to give me.
Maybe just to look out for the signs, because there's not enough awareness of the signs. So it's like the main ones are drinking a lot, going to the toilet, having a lot of tiredness, and losing weight is the main symptoms.
Definitely don't give up on the sport you love or do. It will get easier. I know it's really hard at the start, but it gets easier.
I've done some extensive research into why we're called the Bluebirds. I've asked people who've been here for years and years and years. Nobody knows. Not even Wikipedia knows why we're called the Bluebirds. It's been from day dot. I believe we were before Cardiff as well, so we are the original Welsh Bluebirds.
The club have been on a real journey over the last few years. The trajectory has really gone upwards, and a key part of that, I think, is the ethos around playing for Pembrokeshire.
The club is hugely progressive in terms of where we want to be, how we think. We are very community centred. We're so far west. We want to be the pinnacle of anything that happens within that area.
It's a local club for local people, trying to just give Pembrokeshire players that step up to the next level, make a name for ourselves.
So it was post-pandemic. Obviously Rob Edwards came in as chairman, and I'd previously worked at the club and went down to see one of the first fixtures and got talking, and it was a number of weeks. We bounced ideas back and forth. It just landed on a documentary one day. Obviously the Netflix and the Amazons of the world are doing, you know, the big multi-million pound budget versions of it in the Premier League clubs and rugby clubs and things like that. So it was sort of, well, let's run with an idea and see where it takes us.
When I heard there was a documentary coming that would give people everywhere the insight into what we see every day down here, I was quite excited. Yeah, the end result was absolutely phenomenal.
The first season was very much a relegation battle escape, but it was Tony Pennock's arrival at the start of season 2 which led on to obviously the most successful time in the club's history, the European adventure across season 3, Bluebirds in Europe.
For the first time in 20 years, Tony, Haverfordwest are going back to Europe, and you're the man that's guided them there. Congratulations, llongyfarchiadau mawr.
Thank you very much, thank you. It's absolutely huge. Honestly, everyone writ us off. We writ us off at Met, writ us off here, both away games, but we've done it.
We know we'll get opportunities against them next week, and so we're ready to stay in the game, and when the opportunities come next week, obviously take one and it's game on.
I have one clear memory from that Skindia match. 3 seconds after Jenks scored the goal, behind the goal is a ball boy, my youngest son, fortunate enough to be a ball boy for the day, and when Jenks' shot went in the back of the goal, and the first thing I saw was my young, he was 11 at the time, 12, jumped up in the air and he just sprinted off. Genuinely don't know where he was going, but every time I see any highlights of that game and that goal, I just see him leap up and sprint the other way.
He does! He does! The Bluebirds are through! Isaac Jones, the Nadanwr. Isaac Jones!
Absolute elation. I'm going to say it was probably similar to seeing my firstborn for the first time. My wife's going to kill me for that.
For a period of the club's history to be captured in this way, what a chapter in the club's history, and it's all available online for us.
The identity is something that's probably quite fluid. We'll always be building the identity with the new people that we bring in, the new people within the community, the demographic of people we bring in.
You've got to try and do different things. If you just rely on the football, I think you're going to have quite a niche market. You're not going to really get the next wave. And if you can give them a memory, I remember going down to the Bridge Meadow and I saw an alpaca. An alpaca?
Reaction-wise, absolutely brilliant. The players were coming out and stroking them. The referees were like in awe of the alpacas.
The football's the magic, but you can bring other people in through something else. I think you're onto something. And that's what the club keep doing. They're winning.
Really interestingly, 2 ladies I met this week had come to visit from Liverpool, and massive Liverpool fans, like season ticket holders. And they told me about a time when they come to watch Haverfordwest play in Conisky, and they couldn't believe how close they could get to the people, how the players would talk to them after the game. You can come to the club and meet the players and meet the manager and meet the staff and feel part of that journey. This isn't just Haverfordwest, it's all the clubs in the Cymru Prem. It offers that very close connection to the community and involvement if they want.
You have the small children that come down and watch a game. You have teenagers all the way up to elderly people. And once you're here, everyone is focusing on the same thing, the football and the support for the club. The best thing for me about being at Haverfordwest is the vast majority of everybody of all ages, all walks, all come together and looking for the same thing.
That's what's great with the Cymru Leagues. Yes, you can stand on the terrace, you can sit in the stands and see these people, but you can also get to know them, and you can see them in the bar after the game and potentially have a beer with them and say, found it tough today, or did you enjoy it? And that's something that the club have really targeted as something they want to do.
And we probably want to be the leading club in Wales in how progressive we are, like the ideas. We want to be a local club as well. I say that in terms of like how we deliver everything, like our kit, our players, our staff. Like we want to be giving back to the community as well.
Keep building, keep doing what we're doing. Obviously results on the pitch, if they start going our way a bit more, yeah, the world is your oyster, as they say.
With November being Diabetes Awareness Month, we thought as a club, what better way to raise awareness than get 2 of our current players in to talk about their experiences. Coming up, we got interviews with Izzy from our Under 13 Skills Development Centre and Bethany from our Under 14 Skills Development Centre team to come on just to do a quick chat and to tell us what they go through on a day-to-day basis.
I have type 1 diabetes, and it's where my body doesn't produce insulin. So every time I have to eat, then I have to give myself the insulin.
I have type 1 diabetes, which is where my pancreas that should produce insulin has stopped working, and I have to manually do insulin myself.
I've got a Dexcom that I can either put on my arm or stomach, and I've also got an Omnipod, which also helps with my insulin.
So I have a Dexcom G6, which monitors my blood sugars, and then that communicates with my pump, which pumps insulin into me, and I have to use a device to tell the pump what I'm eating, and it will, depending on my blood sugars, it will measure the amount of insulin I need for the food.
Yeah, it was a difficult journey because I didn't know anything about diabetes and I didn't know anyone who has it. So I just found that hard because I felt like I didn't have anyone to talk to about it.
It was quite difficult to adjust because I'd never had to do anything like this before, but at the same time it was easier because I've had family members with diabetes type 1, so they helped a lot.
No, it doesn't, because I can still do whatever I want. I just need to make sure my blood sugar levels are riding higher before I start.
It can affect playing sport because if my blood sugars are low, it can make me weak and shaky and I'll have to stop playing. But it does not stop me from playing football.
Just to make sure that I'm okay, so if they think that something's off about me or I'm acting funny or my words are all getting mixed up, then that can also be a sign of that my sugar levels are low or high, so it would be quite nice if they were there to make sure I was okay.
My teammates and my coaches have definitely helped me a lot, and I don't think there's any more support they have to give me.
Maybe just to look out for the signs, because there's not enough awareness of the signs. So it's like the main ones are drinking a lot, going to the toilet, having a lot of tiredness, and losing weight is the main symptoms.
Definitely don't give up on the sport you love or do. It will get easier. I know it's really hard at the start, but it gets easier.
Shmai, croeso nôl. Hello, welcome back to the SDM Glass Stadium, where it is Penybont 0, Haverfordwest County 0. It's almost time for the second half. We'll run through the teams again shortly as the home side players come back onto the field of play. I've added a few layers myself, and I'm still absolutely freezing, to say the least. Bitterly cold evening here in Penybont. But as I said, the teams then: Zach Jones in goal for the Bluebirds, Dylan Rees the captain, Lee Jenkins, Corey Shepherd, Ben Fawcett, Dan Hawkins, Alaric Jones, Kyle McCarthy, Jacob Owen, Ben Amoon, and Maltese international Luke Tabone, who is the only Bluebird currently who's been in the referee's book on a yellow card. And the substitutes this evening, who have been keeping warm themselves during the halftime break: Ivan Knott, the sub-keeper, Rhys Abruzzese, Ricky Watts, Harry John, Kyle Kennyford, Owain Jones, and Daniel John. I'm sure at some point manager Tony Pennock, assistant Gary Richards, etc., will be looking to move the chess pieces around to make sure we get a positive result this evening. For the home side, Adam Prizzybeck, the keeper, Kane Owen, the captain, Gabriel Kirchhoff, Miles Davis, Lewis Harlan, Chris Venables, James Kroll, Joe Widdywis, who himself picked up a yellow card in the first half, Billy Borge, Nathan Wood, and Clayton Green. A stacked, experienced Penybont bench as well: Michael Lewis, the keeper, Kai Ludvigsen, Kostas Georgievetsky, Johan Phillips, Owen Pritchard, Eduardo Bregua, and Keon Rafael. So plenty to choose from for Rhys Griffiths on the bench. As you would have seen from Bwlch Cymru's kind comment to let us know, we've got it on here next to us in the main stand at the SDM Glass this evening. Team Cymru, the ladies team over in Ireland, have taken the lead. So they now are ahead in the tie, 2-1 on aggregate. So Pembrokeshire's own Anghara James's team, she's the skipper, at the moment as it stands, leading the team to their first international competition, the Euros, I believe, in Switzerland. So as it stands, we'll keep a close eye on that one. But back underway here, Venables got us back underway. And it's Penybont playing right to left, as I can see it. But as I said at the start, Scorio cameras are over on the far side. So any Scorio highlights, you'll have a different perspective to what I can see here. Very unfortunately giving away a corner here. Over in the top left corner, bottom right corner, as I said, for the Scorio cameras. But Alaric Jones, the ball just ricocheted up, skipped off him, and linesman off on the far side, who made a huge call in the first half to raise a flag, whilst Ben Amoon struck it in the top corner. Goal was disallowed. Kane Owen delivers then. Typical. Penybont have opened the scoring here. Miles Davis off a corner with his right foot, 8 yards out, right-footed, drilled it into the bottom corner. As the ball came across, you could just see no Bluebird player going to meet that ball. Just bounced into an area. Miles Davis, as I said, Carmarthen Siobhan from the west has struck first here. 1-0 after just 90 seconds played in this second half. First clear-cut chance, I got to say, from the home side all game. I'm sure their manager, Rhys Griffiths, would have said a few encouraging words, should we say, in the half-time interval, and they've come out swinging. So that unfortunate skip of the ball up onto Alaric Jones, conceding the corner, as Dean Kane Owen, I think, with the assist to his fellow wing-back, Miles Davis, with the right foot, has opened the scoring. 1-0 to the home side. Certainly, struggling to be neutral and say it was deserved from thing. It's a good battle, but it's 1-0. Again, looking forward to seeing that one back in the highlights. Miles Davis himself with a throw in then. Only find Alaric Jones' left foot. Goes straight back out for a throw in. Penybont came out of the traps there, but are already have changed gear. Much slower tempo. Shep, miss pass here. Venables breaks inside. Good stop by Dylan Rees. Does well on the floor. But again, Penybont come away with it. Flicked inside. Big chance. Tabone, can he block it? Good save, Zach Jones. And it's cleared to McCarthy on the left-hand side. And up the line. Linesman has put his flag up. Throw in then. Big let off there. Zach Jones screaming at his defenders. They just seem to worm their way through a couple of defenders there. Not a good opening 3 minutes so far to the second half. Mile gets us back underway. Throws to Venables. Crosses. Tabone does well to clear. He's been good in the air tonight. He's flicked forward off Kane Owens outside of his left boot. Almost plays in Venables, who would come around the back. But Zach rolls Jenkins. Chance to break. Plays forward to force it. Oh, heavy tackle Kirkhoff on a yellow. He's brave there. Linesman doesn't raise his flag as Penybont attack. Venables. He's got Kroll going around the back. Great feet by Wood. 30 yards out. Strikes it. Great tackle. Alaric Jones. It's a corner. Would have felt that shot was certainly going to be on target. Penybont are coming out swinging here. So on the near left-hand corner, as I can see it, it's going to be a Kane Owen corner. Interesting. They've got a left foot out swinger then. Numbers in the box, a lot of movement. Arms everywhere from both sides. Crossed low into the path of Clayton Green, but force it. But it's a head injury. Clayton Green's shot / pass has hit him in his Shepherd in the face. It's a head injury. Got to stop play. Shepherd caught one there, as I said, from his former teammate Clayton Green. And this break in play gives me great pleasure just to say Wales are now 2-0 up over in Ireland. Wales, as it stands, 3-1 up over the course of the tie and ahead into the Euros, it seems. Yeah, it's a good, looks like a good goal. Well played, read the line well, breaks in. Little bit of a challenge to get past the last player and drilled into the bottom left corner from about 18 to 20 yards out there. Meanwhile, in Bridgend, Corey Shepherd still down receiving treatment. He seems to be okay. Henry Fenson, I'm sure, would have been glad for the opportunity to have a bit of a sprint onto the pitch to warm up here. But Sheph's caught one in the face at pace from a close range. It's going to be a stinger in these temperatures. Great goal from Wales, though. As I said, let's hope we can get one of our own before the evening's out. Home side lead here. Just 90 seconds after the break. They scored the opening goal of this game. It's going to be a bounce ball then. So Kane Owen receives the bounce ball, puts it into an area. Tabone does well again to win his head in battle. Headed into an area. Tabone again. Amoon just flicks it round the corner for Hawkins to run onto. He's got options in front of him, but well marshalled by Harlan. Surely pulls him back. Referee allows play to carry on. Waves away. And then that almost skips away from Alaric. Great forward ball. Nearly finds it. Woody Wiss does well to pinch it off him in the air. He himself plays forward. Jenkins against Kroll. Jenkins the winner of the aerial battle that time. With Kane Owen on the halfway line. Good turn. Shows Jacob Owen the wrong way. Forward to Harlan. Playing a little bit more advanced, it seems, in this half. Out to Wood, who's opting for this left-hand side to Clayton Green. Lot of space, 35 yards out. Chance to shoot on his left foot. Shoots straight over the bar. Referee is calling Lewis Harlan back for the foul from a previous play-on advantage. Picked up a yellow card then. Good evening, Marcus Greenish. Give Gethley Moore a little bit of a shout out earlier on this evening. We are indeed wearing the Gethley Moore black and gold strip this evening. Great to hear you're tuning in from Gethley Moore, our front of shirt sponsors this season. And I quote, the best Haverfordwest County team ever. Well, statistically, you're not far wrong there, Marcus. Already the highest number of points in a 12-team Cymru Premier that we've ever achieved already this season in Phase 1. With this game, hopefully, we can turn around and pinch something this evening. And 4 more games still to go before the split on January the 11th. Ricocheting up in the air here. Harlan clears. Tabone tries to bring it down. Under pressure. Venables pinches out to Miles Davis on the right-hand side. Athletic wing-back for Penybont. Always an option. But McCarthy, his experience proves too much there. And Haverfordwest come away with it. Great through ball. Fawcett on the turn on the halfway line. Squares it out. Great pass, Fawcett to Jacob Owen. Can he play forward? Cuts inside Kane Owen. Again, athletic right wing back of our own here. Amoon now with it. Turns Kirkhoff, who's on a yellow. Nearly concedes a corner. Kane Owen's going to pick it up. And Haverfordwest pick it back up. Dillon keeps it alive to Shepherd. Out to Alric Jones. Chance to cross. Puts in an area. Force. Good header. Kirkhoff again. It's come round the back. Seems good communication by Penybont. Keeper with it. At his feet. And now picks it up as Fawcett closes him down. So it's 1-0 here. It's 1-0 at Connacht Quay, who lead against Carnarvon, but it's 0-0 Britain Ferry, Newtown. Obviously, Britain Ferry, Llansamble, who we face on Friday night. See the return of our former fan favourite Rio Dyer on Friday evening. Haverfordwest's Alaric Jones just pumped one down the left-hand side, put Kirkhoff under a bit of pressure, and Billy Borge, one of the centre halves, puts him under pressure and forces him to just put it out for a throw over on the far side. Very much with the graphic on screen is showing. Halfway line here then, Jacob Owen has crossed the field to get us back underway. Thank you for your kind words, Marcus. Appreciate that. Rob Lewis saying that he's seen the disallowed goal. Controversial, harsh, in a few words. Header is cleared, only as far as McCarthy. Cleared by Penybont. Dylan Rees battles well with Kane Owen. Just skips off to Bonia. Shepherd's under pressure. Does the right decision. Just puts it almost hitting the media suite here in the main stand. Penybont have taken a quick throw in. Back underway already. Kroll being quiet. Off the back of his 2 goals up at TNS. Hopefully we're keeping his effort to a minimum this evening. Former Cardiff City striker. Woody Wiss to Miles Davis, forward for Venables. He's onside, he's round the back, cuts inside, chance to cross, cleared, only as far as Venables again, who's turned. He's got a lot of time on the ball here, out to Kane Owen, dangerous area, has to play it wide, finds Wood on his own on this near side, cuts inside. Jenkins reads it, but does cross, cleared in the air by Tabone. Straight up in the air, is then hooked clear again by Shepherd. Good header. Just Penybont just putting the ball in an area where it's proving difficult to clear. Kane Owen, great dummy. And tackle. Kane Owen from distance. Zach Jones collects. Back in control of the ball. Good spell this from the home side, showing why they are top of the table. Zach punts clear. Seems a little bit of a breeze in the second half. It's helped us out there. A little bit further clearance than his first half kick-in. Jacob Owen over on this near side this half end, the right wing back. Able to get us forward. The Bluebirds players who themselves completed Movember in November, and I think a number of the players still opting to keep their moustaches. We're a couple of days into December, and we're already seeing the moustaches stick. And it's going to be the first change of the evening. It's Captain Dylan Rees, who seems to be, he's jogging off, but he just seems a little bit tender in his jog off. And it's going to be Ricky Watts who comes into the action. So the first substitution of the evening, just as we approach the 58th minute. Marcus, I'm sure Chris O'Sullivan, Sully, will be delighted with that comment, saying to get him back. But I think Sully is more than capable in his current role, manager of Goodwick United. I think he'd probably enjoy being on the sidelines than playing these days. Great tackle, Ricky Watts' first involvement. Stops a counter-attack, but Penybont come away with it on the second account. They've won the throw-in themselves, much to the disagreement of Jacob Owen. Nathan Wood thinking he's a seal for a second, balancing the ball on his head to the amusement of the home fans. Again, just delaying play, getting back underway here. Kane Owen then, the left back. Owen encouraging his players to come a bit closer. They've gone a fair distance away. He's got a good throw, but not quite that far. Jacob Owen first to it anyway. Penybont switching play outside of the ball. Great through ball by Miles Davis here. Composed pass from Shepherd back to Jenkins, who clears to Fawcett, who plays the way he's facing, plays it off to McCarthy, who's coming down the left. Again, Fawcett makes a dart and run forward. Can't quite be found by McCarthy, but great work by Fawcett. McCarthy back to Shepherd, back to DeBorn. Just looking to dictate play a little bit here. After a slightly shaky first 10 minutes of the second half, DeBorn travels with it. Comes forward, beats two, plays it sideways for Amoun. Well out of his comfort zone, perhaps, on this wing here. Lays it back to Watts, who just tries to chip one forward, forcing it a little bit. Owen then with a throw in back to Kirkhoff. He just chips it forward. Jenkins picks it up, plays it sideways for Shepherd. He's got options around him. Lays it off for Alaric Jones to come forward. The keeper's on the edge of his box. Alaric's got a great through ball. Could have tested the keeper there. Alaric again with it, coming down that left-hand side. Plays it inwards to Dan Hawkins. Puts it in a great area. Can Amoun get something? Oh, it's gone all the way through and out for a goal kick. I could have crept inside the far post there. Let me take them any way they can come here. An hour gone. We trail 1-0 here. And again, it just seems the tempo of the game with that opening goal so soon after the break. It's going to hurt us, frustratingly. But Prizzybeck is taking his time, much to the annoyance of the away supporters over on the far side. Prizzybeck on an artificial pitch, preparing it as if it's on a mud bath. Finally gets us back underway then. Clears the halfway line, great area. Jenkins wins it forward. Amoun, can he flick? Oh, it's just won by Borge there. And Owen clears. Jenkins is to it. And himself clears up in the skies. Watts is going to be underneath it. Jenkins and Wood having a good battle here for the ball, but can only find Kirkhoff on a yellow at the centre half. Great header. Jenkins gets us out of a little bit of trouble there. Forward, Owen. Bridgend on the attack now in our final third. Owen to Green. Good interlinking play. Just put it round the corner. Miscontrolled by James Kroll. And now for the throw in. Jacob Owen will pick up, I'm sure. There's been an equaliser up at the Essity Stadium in Flintshire. Caernarfon get themselves on the score sheet. The first away goal across the Cymru Premier this evening, and it's Adam Davis, the Caernarfon number 9, who's got it. Big tie in the grand scheme of things up at Connors Quay this evening. Kroll is offside. The flag is up as he broke forward. Alaric Jones physically puts Kroll down, who's picked up a knock there, I think, but the ball was irrelevant as the flag went up really early. Zach Jones then. Kroll making his way back into play. Zach Jones 10 yards out of his box to take this free kick. Still 0-0 down at Britain Ferry, Newtown. Wales are 10 minutes away from the Euros over in Ireland. The Cymru national ladies team. Zach plays forward. Lee Jenkins' shirt has almost been pulled off his body there, but the ref and officials wave play on. Wood rises highest to clear, but Tabone goes back to Zach Jones. A little bit of a bouncy one, but Zach controls well. 30 or 40 kids behind the goal are jeering. Well played by the Kiwi keeper. McCarthy surely is fouled there. Ref waves play on. Penybont to break in. Kroll is onside. Tabone's got to come across and defend. Does well. Oh, straight at the keeper. Big chance to double the lead. James Kroll, his first big opportunity of the game, puts it straight at Zach Jones. I think that would have been a killer blow, that. McCarthy seemed to slip as we lost possession of the ball there. Jenkins. Feisty failure. Luke Tabone is going in the book. I think he's seen his marching orders here. Luke Tabone has been sent off. Some tackles flying in, left, right and centre. I've seen a second yellow card for Luke Tabone here. I don't know about that one. There was a number of tackles that went in prior to that one that could have been stopped by the referee. A couple of them wave play on, and then Tabone perhaps a little from behind come in, didn't quite pinch the ball enough. Tough task for the Bluebirds now. A goal behind, 25 minutes to play with just 10 men. Not that it was tough enough as it was. Tony Panak has summoned his 3 substitutes from the corner flag back. I feel there's changes ahead of us here. I think all 3 fluorescent bibs I can see coming off. I'm guessing Owen Jones, Kyle Kennyford, and it looks like Rhys Abruzzese might be coming into the picture here. Wood over on the right hand side now, nudged by Lee Jenkins. Linesman's flagging. Penybont have the advantage to play on, so goes for a goal kick. Referee played advantage to the home side there, even though the referee's assistant was flagging for a free kick. No need to stress so much on the side that are leading. So 10 men Bluebirds here. I've got the best part of 25 minutes to get something. Need a goal if we're going to get anything out of this one. Very frustrating, that second yellow. Even the first one that I didn't even think was an issue at all. But surely that's another second yellow then. Gabe Kirkhoff with a foul on Fawcett this time. No problem for him to do it. not even an appeal. I don't know whether the boys realise he's on a yellow. Through the back of Ben Fawcett there, who tumbled to the ground. Gabe Kirkhoff, a very lucky man. Could have been 10 men apiece there. Jacob Owen then getting ready to get this free kick. Very deep. Just inside the Penybont half on the right-hand side. As I think it is indeed 3 substitutes who are going to be making their way onto the field here. Jacob Owen, that's a great direction where it's going. Jenkins almost to it. Watts pinches it on the edge of the box. On the floor, out to Alaric Jones. Chance can't quite get it on his left foot, so it's got to go to Hawkins. And Hawkins has to turn back to Watts. Can he see someone inside? Very, very bravely. Oh, he's going all the way home. It's a brave decision from Watts that. Zach Jones helps his teammate out. Pumps it straight down the middle. Don't know whether Watts' pass all the way back to the keeper was the right option there, but kept hold of the possession until now with Penybont themselves try to play out to the back. Amoun doesn't quite pinch it off Kirkhoff, who plays inside to Harlan. Uncharacteristic bad touch from Harlan in the middle, but manages to find Borge, who finds Woody Wiss on the right hand side, travelling forward. Miles Davis cuts inside, back to his right foot, Woody Wiss, back to Harlan, to Clayton Green, on his left foot, back out to the right hand side. Penybont just looking after the ball well here now. Wales ladies are 5 minutes away from the Euros. Owen to Kirkhoff, plays it forward to Venables, marshalled by Watts. I think Watts is going to be doing a bit of a job on him there, trying to work out what formation we're currently playing. Great tackle, Shepherd on Wood, who's full of tricks. Gets past Shepherd, left-footed cross. Alaric Jones does well to clear. Hawkins on his left foot, punch clear to Fawcett. He's getting himself manhandled. Kroll comes for it. It's short. Ooh, Kane Owen just before Owen there. He thought Wales were going to do it comfortably at 2-0, but Ireland have just got one back. It's 3-2 on aggregate over in Dublin. Zach Jones comes out of his box and heads clear out for a throw. I think it's substitution time here. Tony Panak, is indeed rolling the dice somewhat. There's certainly 2, I think. Is there 3? Yeah, there's 3. Right, so we got Ben Fawcett making way for Owain Jones is the first one on the 69-minute mark. And then it's Lee Jenkins who's being substituted here for number 17, Kyle Kenneford. So a rare no, I think he's got his numbers wrong, surely. I was wondering what's going on there. I don't think Lee Jenkins has ever been substituted. He just trots back into position. It's number 8, Corey Shepherd, indeed, who's coming on. Armband from Dylan Rees earlier, passes it on himself now to Ricky Watts. So it's Shepherd off. And number 17 coming on is Kyle Kenneford. And the third substitution is Alaric Jones, number 15, who is replaced by Reese Abruzzese, who returns to action after a short spell out with a foot injury. Picked up a foot injury early in the Carnarvon live television game. Managed to play out the 90-odd minutes that day after a knock in the first 20, I think it was. But has been suffering with it ever since. But we're back underway. Penybont come forward. Great interlinking play. Kirkhoff's into the penalty area and it's wide. Jenkins does well just to show him down a tight alleyway. So Kyle McCarthy now then has dropped into a more central position with Abruzzese out to the left-hand side. I think Panak opting for a almost flat back. Oh, excuse me. Flat back formation here. On the screen in front of me here, it's almost the 88th minute over in Ireland. Wales holding on to a 2-1 on the night score. Great ball forward from Jacob Owen. Almost reaches Owen Jones. Abruzzese looking to come and pinch it, but Penybont come forward. It's 3-on-3. Jenkins does well. Needs to stay on his feet here. Don't need another ill-disciplined tackle to put us under pressure. or any more suspensions. Clayton Green goes round the back, finds Owen deep into our territory, but Dan Hawkins clears, throw in Penybont. "71 minutes are up. 19 of normal to go. Amoon and Owen Jones, the front line. Zach Jones is going to be called upon here. Does well to come and collect against Venables in the air. Rolls out to Abruzzese. Abu with his first control of the ball. On the front foot, looking down the line. Plays inside. Owen Jones on the halfway line. He's got options to his right. Does indeed come to Jenkins. Comes across the halfway line. Plays it out to Owen on this right-hand side. He's got options as well. Spoiled for choice. Goes for Hawkins. Further up the field. Turns. Skips away from Clayton Green. Through the legs of Kane Owen almost. But out for a throw. I'm sure you will be seeing scorio highlights of Penobont's opener just 90 seconds after the restart. It was a corner, unluckily given against the Bluebirds. Kane Owen's corner into an area. It bounced once, if not twice, I think. And then a right-footed finish from Miles Davis into the bottom right-hand corner. Diving Zach Jones to his left. Couldn't quite stop it going in. It's a frustrating one, and I'm sure Gary Richards will be annoyed at that one with his amount of time he spends on set pieces, etc. Getting organised will be a frustrating one, because apart from a spell of about 10 minutes with Penybont probably dominated most of the play. Oh, it's almost an own goal. Billy Borge nearly lobs his own keeper there. Great long ball. Oh, heart in mouth moment for a diving keeper there. Billy Borge went to clear. He's put it out for a corner. Zach Jones's long ball forward was headed on by Jenkins, who stayed up in an attacking position across the goal. Owen Jones was lurking, so Billy Borge had to make a contact and almost puts it over his keeper's head. Went wide of the right-hand side of the post. So, corner. McCarthy, I think, with it. Left-footed, in-swinging, into an area. Jenkins with a head. It's in! It's a goal! Oh, he's going to blow offside. Incredible. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, it's a great Lee Jenkins header. The referee has given it as offside. I think there was a player on the line. Lee Jenkins got a great connection on the header. Beat the keeper. I think it's hit the Bluebirds player on the line. It hit him rather than the player going for it. That's going to be an interesting one to watch back. Penybont now ringing the changes. Venables making way with just over 15 minutes to play. Another disallowed goal. What could have been? It's the number 22, Keon Rafael, a lively attacker coming on for Venables. Oh, what a difference that would have made. What a difference. Great header. We had a great view of it from this side, but I'd be very interested to see the horizontal angle of it. Obviously, the assistant referee has given it. He would have had a good picture, so you've got to go on there. Judgment at times like that. Bluebirds throw. That will, I'm sure, boost a bit of confidence. We're still in this. It's got to be a free kick. Referee waves it away. Amon is manhandled to the ground. Penybont throw-in. Incredible. Tony Pennock's being booked here. Just disagreeing with the decision. Yellow cards from David Morgan, the referee, to our manager, Tony Pennock there. Amon is thrown to the ground. Goes out for a throw-in. So frustrating. There's 8 minutes of stoppage time over in Ireland. Penybont throw. Comes back centrally off McCarthy. Jacob plays it forward. Gabe Kirkhoff heads it back. Rafael's first touch can only head out to Owen on this left-hand side. Rafael's made a run forward, but the captain cuts inside. Harlan's got a lot of space. Great interception. It's tough with 10 men here. Penybont just looking to kill the game off here. Kirkhoff on the halfway line. Just making the Bluebirds work hard for possession. I think it's a little bit of a diamond midfield almost, it seems, from the Bluebirds. Kenneford, Hawkins. Great work by Jacob Owen. Slides in and pinches possession. Hawkins moves forward. Gets it again. Surely that's a foul. Referee waves play on. It's got to be a free kick then, ref. Not given. Incredible. It's ricocheting. Watts gets the header. Owen Jones. Just nothing given again. Frustrating decisions going against us here. Abruzzese cuts inside. Beats one. Plays it to Hawkins. Finds that Owen Jones. 30 yards out. Wide of the far post. Keeper had it covered, it seems. Wales living dangerously over in Ireland. It's a corner against them. They offer big chance at the back post for Ireland, looking for an equaliser. Chances galore for Ireland. Again, Prizzybeck taking all the time in the world to take his goal kick here. That's why I've got 10-15 seconds to wait to get play back underway. No comment, Adam, on Facebook. Rafael round the back, making a good run for his teammate there. McCarthy and Jenkins do well. There's Haverfordwest players being thrown around the place here. Watts comes forward with it, gets his head up. He's got great through ball to Hawkins, pinches it. Oh, Hawkins again. Through ball to Hamoun. He's taken late. Referee's waved play on. It's a corner. Not even speaking. I want to see that one again. Was that Kirkhoff? He's on a yellow. Watts is going to speak as captain to the referee. Living life dangerously there, Kirkhoff, the 4. Again, Kenneford's come over to take this one. Oh no, it's Abruzzese, sorry, who was going to take this one. Can we roll it back? Owen Jones has gone down in the box here. Hit the ref. I'm trying to see. It's Hamoun. Yeah, it's Owen Jones down in the box. Wouldn't have gone down for nothing. Referee's keeping a close eye. So Abruzzese, chance to put it in a good area. Jenkins comes around the front. While Davis, great header, defensive header, out for another corner. Looking for a ball. There's certainly no balls being thrown on in any time soon. Hopefully the watch has been stopped here by the referee. No chance of a ball. Abruzzese still waits. It's kicked back on by a supporter, although there's plenty of balls over by the dugout. Any chance? Abruzzese then. 79 minutes gone. Left-footed into an area. Owen Jones flicks. It's ricocheting. It's not cleared. Jacob Owens. Oh, he's got to be a foul there, ref. Woody. Nathan Wood through the back of Jacob Owen there. Home fan saying it was clean. Not for me. I think that was a free kick that time. Dan Hawkins forward. Straight down Woody was his throat. Plays it forward to Crawl. In a little space. In a pocket. Plays forward. Nathan Wood's going to get on that one. Kept it in. Line has been called. Assistant referee with his flag up. Home support. Encouraging their team on here. What I would do for an equaliser. I couldn't think of anything better than cheering in amongst the home fans here. Wish me luck. Can we get one? 80th minute. 10 normal minutes to play. A couple of seconds. Couple of stoppages we've had. So you'd thought looking at a good 2, hopefully more. Owen plays it forward. Jenkins, great first touch, brings it down. Almost. Keeps it in. Again, you have another chance. Plays it infield to McCarthy. Zach Jones is an option, but McCarthy does indeed play Zach Jones on the edge of his 6-yard box. Again, playing with 10 here. Holding out for any more goals at the moment. Great flick by Owen Jones. Watts, almost for Watts. Penybont clear. Only Abruzzese shows Harlan the wrong way. He's almost clear there. The tackle by Clayton Green. McCarthy then with the ball already, looking to get us back underway. Delighted to tell you all that Wales are indeed in the Euros. They've won over in Ireland tonight. 2-1 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. Congratulations to the Cymru ladies national team. They'll be in Switzerland next summer. Llongyfarchiadau. Great scenes over there. Fantastic number of Welsh shirts and supporters who've made the journey. Special congratulations to Angharad James of Pembrokeshire, the captain, on screen at the moment, being embraced. Late flurry of goals down the road too. In Britain Ferry, Llandsawel, Newtown, it's 1-1 there. So bouncing back pass from Jenkins to Zach Jones to Jacob Owen. We're playing dangerously but confidently. Jenkins clears this time. Hawkins with the first ball. Oh, Clayton Green comes away with it. Out to his captain Owen. Bombing on down the left-hand side. First chance of an opening for him to move forward. Great delivery. Jenkins wins it. Owen Jones comes to collect. Again, Ricky Watts there to pinch one. Can we play football? We do it. Hawkins comes away. Strides away from Green. Out to Abruzzese on the left-hand side. Looks up. There's numbers getting forward. Tony Panak certainly isn't looking to keep it at a 1-goal deficit. He's rolled the dice here. Owen Jones, great turn inside, 35 yards out. Oh, the great pass to Benamoun. Look to give it back to him. It's just gone a bit too far. Keeper's got it. It's Aaron Williams scoring in the 71st minute and Corey Hereford with the equaliser on the 79th. Still time to play down there, but it's close down at Old Road this evening. Rafael for Penybont. Back to Wood. Looking to have a little bit of showmanship on the ball. You can see got a little bit of a swagger now that the home side lead. Nathan Wood. Borge, the centre half, takes his time to decide before passes to his right back. Receives it back. Rafael's flick on header goes through to Zach Jones. So it's 1-1 in Britain Ferry, Newtown. 1-1 Conisky Nomads, Caernarfon. 1-0 here. Kroll deemed to have fouled Jacob Owen there. Jenkins, only one option, goes straight up the pitch. Calls his keeper out to take this one. It's 20 yards inside our own half here. 84 minutes, almost on the clock. Big chance here if we can win this first contact. Zach Jones, all in green, punts forward. It's a good looking kick. Can we get on the end of it? Referee blows for a free kick for the Bluebirds. Clayton Green deemed to have fouled an advancing Lee Jenkins there. Right, and Rhys Abruzzese, what can you do for us, kid? He's got the ball in his hands, as has Dan Hawkins. Owen Jones is looking at it as well. We've got plenty of options to choose from. It's a little bit too far left, maybe, for a Rhys Abruzzese special. You wonder whether a right footer may be better here. Hawkins more than capable of putting one in the top corner, as is Owen Jones, who's now walked away from it. Rhys Abruzzese, can he do it again? We've got 5 minutes of normal time to play. He certainly deserves something out of this game. Abu, he's looking at it. Whistle blows. Dan Hawkins puts it in an area. Oh, no connection at the back post. Too many players contesting for it, but it was a little bit too high. Gone out for a goal kick. Frustrating, that one. And the keeper obviously is up to his antics here. Yeah, one of the rules across the Cymru Premier is a rule called multi-ball. It's certainly not in play here, where multi-ball means that you have to have plenty of balls, two either side of both goals, plenty up the touchline to allow play to get back underway as quickly as you can. But looking around, there's seems to be a lot of balls being disappeared all of a sudden. Jenkins facing his own goal, plays a great pass across to Zach. Looks up, punts forward, great kick by Zach. Gonna find Benamoun. He's challenged in the air against Borge. Good contest. Jenkins is coming across to play the rebound. Good forward ball again, just too high for Owen Jones. Headed forward, chance again. Owen Jones, Hawkins. Oh, another free kick. Clayton Green again deemed to have fouled a Bluebird. That's 4, if not 5, for him this evening. It doesn't enter the referee's book. Abruzzese then, 20 yards inside the Penybont half. We have got about 3 minutes of normal time here, just over 3 minutes. Abruzzese then, can we put it into an area? Does. Jenkins is the man at the back, heads across, straight into the keeper's hands. He's got 2 around him. He does well to get the contact, but straight into the keeper's hands. 87 minutes is up. Number of Penybont supporters leaving already here. Brave. Can we nick something? Jenkins wins the goal kick. It's going to go for a throw-in over on the far side of Penybont, though. Again, Miles Davis not in any rush to throw it back in. His goal, the difference at the moment, just 90 seconds into the second half, of a corner that I'll be looking forward to seeing that one again. It just seemed too easy, unfortunately, from Penybont. Rafael deemed offside, but the referee's making Zach go and take the free kick out in line. Back in the way, he plays it out. That was brave. But Abu plays it forward for Maka. Kyle McCarthy, whose crawl comes through the back of him. I will say that was probably a fair tackle, that. Penybont playing it around. They've got the extra player. Wood and his trickery. Back to Green. Back to Wood. Poor ball forward from his standards. Straight into Zach's hands. Panic issuing commands of getting forward. Get forward. It's coming down again to the last few minutes of a game. There's been goals everywhere else for away sides in the Cymru Premier this evening. 2 crucial goals over in Ireland. Can we pinch one? And Penybont just dealing with everything we've got at the moment. Although that 70-80 yard clearance from Owen. Falls for Kenneford, who comes away with it. Rafael lucky not to get something there. Kenneford plays it forward to Amun. It's a bouncing ball. Just Kirchhoff allows him to come away. Plays inside to Owen, to Rafael. Again, the extra man proving crucial here. Kroll inside. Watts needs to get a touch. Can't. Harlan lays it off out wide to Miles Davis, the goal scorer. Cuts back inside. You've got Clayton Green in space. Hawkins is doing the graft to get there. Davis again back to Woody Wiss. It's a brave turn that. Has it gone out? No. Flag doesn't go up. It's a brave turn. Owen Jones nearly pinched it. Penybont switch play. Kirchhoff, who's been on a yellow for 70 minutes, is charged down by Jenkins. Borges last man. Punt clear. 80, 90 yard punt up in the air. Proper Stoke City clearance, that one. Great infield ball. Chance for Wood to shoot. Great save, Zach Jones. Again, fluffed their lines, it seems, Penybont. They could have killed the game off there. Straight across the floor into the middle of the goal. Anywhere else, it's going to be testing Zach much more than it did. The keeper does well to grasp it. Will Penybont be looking back and thinking, what if, of some of these? Free kick, Bluebirds. There's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time to play here. Big 5 minutes to come then. It's better than the last few occasions we've come here when 5 at least were warranted and weren't given. I remember coming here once and there was 3 minutes. There was about 8 substitutions. Anyway, we're chasing this equaliser. There's 5 to go. Abruzzese right by the centre spot. Free kick to the right-hand side of the box. It's surely fouled. Jenkins. Clayton Green and Lee Jenkins collide. Jenkins and Green. That's a great battle. I didn't see exactly what happened. Jenkins appealed. Big wry smile from Clayton Green there. My God, I would love to score an equaliser here. As we chase the game, 1-0 behind after a Luke de Bourne second yellow. Saw us play the last 20 odd minutes with just 10 men. So Luke now will be suspended for Friday night's fixture at home to Britton Ferry, Llantsawel. Prizzybeck with the goal kick. It's gone out over on the far side for a throw into us. The home side appeal for a free kick. Their own appeals waved away this time. McCarthy. Oh, it's a crossfield ball. Oh, luckily bounces into Lee Jenkins' path there. Great touch, Abruzzese. Comes in field. Great through ball, Hawkins. Great play by the Bluebirds. Hawkins to Kennever. Breaks into space. Out to Jacob Owen. Oh, pulls Ken Owen back. He's going to pick himself up a yellow. Probably the right thing to do there to stop a counter-attack. Keeps us in the game. Jacob Owen into the book then. Free kick, Penybont. The keeper trotting over to take this one. You're not going to be in any rush. Oh, it's so frustrating. Bitter pill to swallow this. Keeper has finally brought us back into play. You'd hope the referee stopped his whistle there because there was about another 60 seconds. Jenkins has let it go all the way out for a goal kick. Couple of minutes still to go. Come on, the Bluebirds. Zach Jones. Going to get us back underway. Everyone forward. Great kick from Zach. Quite central. Flicked on almost by Ricky Watts. Tabone. Jenkins. Almost takes a throw himself, but it's Jacob who takes it quickly down the line. Can he get it over Kirkhoff? He does. Flicked up in the air by, go on, Jenks. On the floor, back to Jacob Owen. Takes a touch. He's got Kane Owen in front of him. What? Oh, it's just not falling for us here. Bridgend clear. Kenneford. Zach Jones comes way out of goal to clear it in a foot race against Kroll there. Jenkins. Wood is going to come away with it. Kenneford hasn't quite made it, so Wood kicks it clear. He's right in the corner. I wonder whether he is coming in field. Thought he was going to go to the corner flag there. Yeah, his teammates are encouraging him to stay out wide. Goal kick. He's lost his possession there. Wood is almost 94 up. You'd have thought we're going to end up playing closer to 96 after the stoppage there. Zach clears. It's aimed for Jenkins. He's outnumbered again. Penybont really knowing where the threat of Lee Jenkins is. Rafael back to goal. Plays inside to Harlan. Plays forward to Nathan Wood. This time chance to go towards the corner flag, but cuts inside. Great defending, McCarthy. He's going to rule that one if we can break here. McCarthy looks up. Plays forward. Straight to Owen. Frustrating. Did all the hard work there. Kyle McCarthy. Good tackle, Kyle Kenneford. Stops Wood going from the corner again. Appreciate the comments coming in. Thank you for joining me this evening on what at the moment is going to be a 1-0 loss. The league leaders extending potentially their place at the top of the league. They'll go 4 points clear, but would have played 2 games more than TNS after this evening if it stays as it is. 95 minutes are up. Ref, he's blown up straight away. Frustrating. There was at least a minute there where no play took place in stoppage time, but it is what it is. We're going to rule that one. Unfortunately, it ends 1-0 out to the home side here. As I said a couple of times, our next fixture this week will soon be upon us. We are home to Britton Ferry, Llantsawel on Friday night in Carmarthen at the LHB Stadium. For the final time actually in the Cymru Premier, before the long-awaited return to the Oggy Bridge Meadow. We will also face Llanelli in the Welsh Cup a week Friday the 13th of December. We will have one more fixture in Carmarthen there just over a week's time. We'll be away on Boxing Day to Newtown, again, as I said, before we return to the Meadow to unveil the new Oggy Bridge Meadow. But thank you to everyone who's joined me tonight. It's been great to have good interactions and engagement with the posts. Several hundred people joined us this evening. Grateful for the company in a bitterly cold Bridgend, but final score here, Penybont 1, Haverfordwest County 0. Bluebird's Nest Live signing off once again, over and out. See you next time.